far as me, I thought I had sometime days off. The week before, our air conditioner was not working right, and when they were working on it, I thought I only had like one or two things to do. No, out 4 days that week, 1 day home, and they they had to disconnect it, so it was really, really hot in here. There's no way I was going to do a video, and I was exhausted. And then last week, not only was my body like I couldn't even barely move after we came back from the family fun place, it was cool, but some of the workers there were really jerks. But it's my husband's job. Once a year, they have a big family fun day, and they always pick different locations. And again, it was nice, but the workers there, some of the workers were jerks. But we had a really nice time, and my body was just hurting so bad. All I did was do the wave pool and the regular pool, because I can't climb. You got to climb stairs to go in those slides, and my arthritis is in full swing right now. Which I have an appointment next week to see if I can get the pain shots again. But so I had to sign the lease, and it was digital, and it was just like Wet and Wild. It was glitching, and it was not letting me put it through. I was so mad. I was like, look, let me just go to the office, do it by hand. Oh no, because your husband already did it, and then he's gonna have to do it all by hand, and he's gonna have to do everything all over again, all day long, trying to sign this lease, and it kept glitching. And it's not just a signature in one space. There's about 30 spaces you have to sign, and they might let me sign in one space. It took me all day long, but finally, at the end of the day, about 5 o'clock, it finally went through. So I would not have been able to do a video if I wanted to last Friday. And this week, finally, I had only one appointment, which was yesterday. And so Monday, I was all day on Wet and Wild. And then Tuesday, I had a mountain. I got about 4 months of paperwork just piled up to here. And it usually just really needs to be filed, really. I like to keep receipts of everything, all the bills I pay, paperwork just piled up. And Tuesday, I tackled a good deal of it. I organized it. I haven't even been able to file it, but I was able to at least separate receipts from papers, from junk that I could throw out. So that makes me so happy. So this week and next week, I think I only have 2 appointments next week before school starts. And thank God my son is only doing 2 days of school. And the other 2 days he's going to do computer. So that gives me a break, and I decided I'm not going to drive back and forth. I'm just exhausted. I'm going to stay out there. Well, there's a Dunkin' Donuts. We can have coffee. There's a library there. I could crochet. And those 2 days, even though it's going to be the 4 hours instead of the hour and a half, 3 hours, I think. 3 hours instead of the hour and a half. I don't care. I'd rather do that than drive again back and forth. I can't take it anymore. I'm just so happy that I'll have 3 days off and only 2 days of driving, and I'm not driving back and forth. I'm just staying out there, unless I want to take a ride into Clear Lake to go to the store or get something. So that's good. Another good news is that I finally have hope that I may have surgery to remove my pannus. My kidney stone procedures, they keep dropping the ball. I went to another place, and they said that they would have me once a month, July, August, and September. And if it was July and early August, I could. They said it's Tuesdays. That was fine, but I said if school is in, I can't do a Tuesday. But he said, well, we'll worry about that. Well, my receptionist will call you, my medical assistant, and get that done. And she doesn't call me till like the end of July, telling me, oh, it's gonna be August such and such a day. This was right before my family fun day. No, I'm not doing that again. I was traumatized by that stupid other doctor who left that thing in me. I said, I'm doing this, but you got to take it out in a week. I'm not staying with it. I don't care if you're doing it 3 months in a row. I don't care. Take it out a week and put in a fresh one when you do it again. They got to do that anyway. They can't do anything unless they remove it, so he's like, it's going to probably take 3 tries. I think I could maybe be more successful than this other dude, who said he couldn't do it. And then if that doesn't happen, then we'll do the surgery, and you'll have. And I was like, you know what if I just don't do it? Well, you could have kidney failure. I went online and I bought this thing that's supposedly made in the United States, but it's found in South America, and it's called a chanca piedra, which means stone buster. So people with gallstones and kidney stones are supposed to take this. It'll break down the stones. I've been feeling pain, so I hope I'm not killing myself. I hope it's shrinking it. But they dropped the ball. I said, look, we're gonna have to reschedule, and they said, well, let's do September 1st. I said it's gonna have to be Friday. I said because I've got, I have to drive. I can't do it Tuesday because I'm gonna be all drugged. I need to. So she says, well, let's do Friday. You know what? I'll call you back. I haven't heard from them. Watch it. So I made an appointment next Friday to see a pain management to get shots because I can't barely walk. I can barely walk. But I saw another plastic surgeon, and I was so hopeful because he was like, "You're not a good candidate for lipo, thank God. I'm just gonna cut straight through that fat, just take it all off, and if you still, my infection won't go away. I got another infection, and it's painful, will not go away. Not with the one I had earlier. They gave me a steroid cream." Didn't take it away. I'm using the powder. I still had some powder left over from the last time I had the fungal infection. It is still there. And it is not just on the skin, it's like deep within the skin. And he said all of this is good. He said because the insurance company now has a reason to say, well, we can't get rid of this infection, you got to do the surgery. And so he's saying just going to cut through, but if it's really, really infected, they can't close it up. They're going to have to put a patch to get rid of the infection. It said it might take a few days. I'll be in the hospital and then remove it. But then I could do that in December, when I have that whole month off from school. So like a month and a half off from school. So, he made me feel hopeful, and I told him about the other guys that they're in network, and and all the best, that they dropped the ball on me. He's like, if you're in network, you're obligated to help your patient. So all of those plastic surgeons I went to last time were just being jerks. So this guy was really hopeful. He just made me feel really hopeful. The only thing I didn't like is that he said he could do the surgery here in where I live now, or the hospital by my son's school, which would have been perfect. But he says that his best staff is downtown. That was horrible when I went downtown last time. But anyway, I'm hopeful about that, but I don't know the thing I don't know what I'm going to do, though, is that my insurance company is not paying for things, and I'm still getting bills from I went to like 4 different doctors, and I'm getting bills from these places. Even my husband went to the doctor. I don't know what's going on. He's for cholesterol. And I called him. I said, what the heck? What? I said, you're going to tell me you don't cover cholesterol? We do, but that's not what they put here. So I got to call his doctor saying, look, you got to put, it's all about the codes. So I don't know. I'm going to talk to my doctors about what exactly codes were put in. They're not paying for this. The only good part about that is that I've met my deductible, but I still haven't met my out-of-pocket. But how am I going to pay these doctors? And once you pay your deductible, they're supposed to pay 30% of everything. I don't know how much it costs to do this plastic surgery, and I got to pay 30% of it. So that's a shame that finally it looks like I'm going to get this, but there's just no way I'm going to have the whatever was $2,000, $3,000. I don't know what they charge. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. He made me feel hopeful, but let's see what happens. So that's the story with me. I mean, I took pictures of it, and there was a little I'm getting bruising because it bumps into things, and I had that little bruise turned to a ginormous purple bruise, and I should have taken a picture of it when it was ginormous. I took pictures. It's disgusting. The infection looks horrific. I went back on the metformin because I'm desperate. I am desperate. The menopause made me gain those 30 pounds, and I'm like desperate to lose this weight because the only way the infection is gonna really probably go away. But finally this bruise healed. It's yellow and purple now. Before it was just like black and blue and purple. And when I took pictures, there was a little bit of purple. I'm still too embarrassed to show it. I think I'm not gonna show it unless I get the surgery and do before and after. I don't know. I'm still too embarrassed to show, but that's the only thing. How am I gonna do this? We're living from paycheck to paycheck. We don't have credit cards anymore, so. So anyway, so yeah, so that's what's been happening with me. Just be on the lookout. I'm just really happy that I'm in these gift card programs, because this is where I get the money to pay for this stuff. And so I'm gonna probably get a lot of the Halloween stuff, and the holiday stuff's gonna probably be coming out soon. And so yeah, so anyway, I will show you my most likely, hopefully by next week, I'll get this mermaid box and I'll show it to you and I'll do a look with it. This one comes with like 4 metallic cream shadows, and everybody's saying that they're not like greasy and galoppy, that they're very pigmented, they dry down. So that looks like it's just, some people are taking pictures with it. It's so beautiful. So really excited to do looks with that. So that's what I'll be doing next week, hopefully. So anyway, and as far as my nails, I've been so busy, just constantly going, that I have been so burned out, and I just decided to just keep them short for the summer. And the funny thing is, earlier in the summer, I just bought, I finished all my, my wrap stuff, my, the silk and the gel and the spray, and I just bought it all new. And I don't even want to use it right now. I'm just so tired and burned out. So, I mean, and they were, even though they're not wrapped, they're growing. But I just keep cutting them down because this one will chip, that one will chip, that one will chip. And I just want to keep them short because I just don't want to deal with it. I'm so tired. But I like this, it's an Avon pastel yellow with I'm talking about from years ago, with the NYX yellow glitter nail polish. So that's what I have on now. So I know I'm like vibrantly, neon right now. I'm not trying to be neon, but anyway, so love you all. Hopefully see you next week with my mermaid box. I will flip if I get canceled or it gets lost or something after I could have bought it in the store. But anyway, okay, love you all. Mwah.